Hi guys, I just wanted to share something that's happened with a friend of mine who's got or was doing HMO, and this one happened to be in Plymouth, but I know it's not just Plymouth where this is happening. And so what happened is the local council said that they were going to start charging him, the owner of the 6-bed HMO, Band A council tax per room. And so his council tax bill went from £160 per month to £960 per month. And so unsurprisingly, my friend decided to sell the HMO. And then they chased after him for all of the council tax that they said that he was liable for, and he had to pay something like £6,000 council tax as well once he'd sold the HMO. Now, what do you think of that, by the way? Is that fair? Is it okay for local authorities to do this? Now, I've still got HMOs, and we actually had to fend off the local authority trying to do this with us as well, but some people manage to fend them off, some people don't. I know of somebody who with a large HMO portfolio that went to court to try and overturn the local authority's ruling on charging this Band A council tax per HMO room, but she lost that case, and so she's stuck with it. Now, by the way, I know I focus on service accommodation, but I'll get to the point on that in a minute, because I've turned one of my HMOs, and this one happens to be in Plymouth, into an SA, because I was aware that there's other reasons why I don't want to do HMO anymore, but this Band A council tax thing is definitely a good reason not to do HMO. And so I've turned it into SA, and when that was previously breaking even as an HMO, whereas now as service accommodation, I'm cash flowing in the region, I mean, when I say cash flow, I mean profit, in the region of £2,500 per calendar month. By the way, my energy bills have plummeted now that it's an SA, because my SA guests basically turn up with a phone charger. I don't try and do SA by the room, okay? In my opinion, that's breaching planning. So under permitted development, you can go from HMO back to normal resi, back to C3 under permitted development. And so no need for planning application or anything like that. Prior approval, permitted development, moving back to a house, and then I just let the whole house out as service accommodation to the same group of guests. They could be relatives, they could be contractors and trades, it could be friends, whatever. The same group arrive on one day and they take the whole house and they all leave on the same day. So not SA by the room. That's a hotel. I've got one of those, so I know the difference, right? But the point is that this is not good for tenants. It's in the long run, this is not going to be good for tenants, because when these HMO landlords just sell up, well, there was, let's say in the case of my friend, 6 rooms for people, and if landlords just sell up and let's say just a family buy that house, because who's going to want to buy it to do HMO when the local authority have just implemented that rule? So let's say local family buys the house, well then there's gone from 6 different, six individual, means of accommodation for HMO room to just one, right? And so there's going to be a lot less supply of HMO rooms, isn't there, when landlords are selling up, because what the local authority are doing. And then when there's less supply, there's more demand, and when there's more demand for something, what happens to the price of that thing? It goes up. So it's not going to be good for tenants, is it? It's just going to make rents go up, and also, I mean, the local authorities say, oh, you've got to pass on the cost to your tenants. Oh, yeah, right. £160 a month to just bung on top of the rent that they're currently already paying. Yeah, thanks for that, local authority. So here's the thing. I know turning an HMO into an SA house is a very good thing for me to do financially. And therefore, it's a very good thing for other people to do financially. My catchphrase is more money, less tax and no tenants, right? And when the local authorities say, oh, you've got to pass the rent on to your tenants, well, you can't just whack that on immediately. You can do maybe a 10% rise per annum in your rent. So they literally don't know what they're talking about on that one as well. But here's the thing. For those of you that are looking to get involved in service accommodation, or maybe already doing service accommodation, I think you should definitely look to make contact with HMO landlords that are already feeling the pinch, right? Section 24, their mortgage interest costs have gone up. Their energy bills have gone up significantly. And then there's renters reform bills coming where they're going to lose the right to just give 2 months notice with their tenants. So therefore, they would only be able to get rid of a tenant if the tenant was not paying rent. Or committing antisocial behaviour that they could prove in court, or something like that, or So the thing is, landlords, HMO landlords, are already suffering, and so this is just another cause for concern for HMO landlords. Now, with service accommodation, you could take the property from the landlord. Instead of them giving it over to say a letting agent, they're giving it over to the SA operator, and the SA operator uses it as service accommodation instead. So that could be on a rent to service accommodation basis, or it could be SA management, where SA management is literally just the SA manager just charges a percentage of revenue, commission percentage on the revenue that comes in, and so the SA operator doesn't have to pay rent, deposit, pay the bills or anything like that. Literally just takes over management of that property on behalf of the landlord. So instead of the landlord giving it over to a letting agent to manage as an HMO, the landlord gives it over to the SA operator to manage as serviced accommodation instead, and then avoids all of these problems that I've just highlighted that the HMO landlords are experiencing, and probably, highly likely, actually earns a lot more money from the property itself. But the point I'm going to make here is all this stuff is not good for tenants. And so I actually think the local authorities need to just pack it in. The government, they need to pack it in, picking on landlords, because it's not good for tenants. If you pick on landlords and all the landlords just want out, then that's just going to raise rents. Okay, so that's not good. So what do you think? I mean, are you an HMO landlord? Are you shitting yourselves about this Band A council tax, renters reform bill, all of these things coming, EPC regulations, energy bills, interest rates? I mean, are you struggling with your HMOs? Are you struggling with your buy-to-lets as well, with all of these things that are going on? Let me know what you think. If you've got any questions on any of the things that I've just raised here in this video, then ask away. Okay, any questions on, I obviously do buy-to-let still. I've still got buy-to-let, still got HMOs. I just don't want any more, right? But I focus on service accommodation, and there's a good reason why. Okay, there's a very good reason why. So any questions, let me know in the comments, and I will endeavour to help. This video should also get repurposed and put across different platforms. So depending on the platform, I will endeavour to answer in due course. So hopefully that was insightful, everybody. Hope you found that useful. So from me, the property soldier, remember, your future needs you. Take care.